DMC. For you, fresh shit.
Warning, the following experiment should not be tried by any of you people at home, or what you like to call amateurs. We have half a clue what we're doing.
Hi there, and welcome to the DMC Power Hour. I'm Matt Holvey.
And I'm Clark Adams. Here's tonight's top stories. A man was found dead in his home today. Tragedy strikes in Bridgewater. The only evidence found at the scene was a single meatball resting on the man's dead chest. If you know any Italian people, please report them, and we'll just let the police take care of this. I know a couple. Well, I know one, and yeah, I'm kind of afraid.
Could be him.
It probably is him.
Probably not Chef Boyardee.
No, not Chef Boyardee.
Also, in other news, a leprechaun was spotted in Bridgewater last night at approximately 11:30, and the general public is scared. I mean, I'm scared too.
I cried.
I was told by a gentleman to, quote, "Don't be afraid," end quote.
He had this flute, and I'm sorry, I'm not really buying the flute protection. It's supposed to ward off smells. I don't know what that's going to do. The leprechaun can see. If it smells us, I don't know how that's going to help.
Don't know. Maybe it's like an onion in the vampire. I don't know. Anyway, the real discussion today on the DMC Power Hour is physics. Not just physics, projectile motion. What is projectile motion, Clark?
I have no clue, Matt. You want to explain it to me?
Well, you know what? Projectile motion, in other words, is like when you throw a baseball, why doesn't it just keep going forever? Why? Starts with a G.
I think it's got something to do with gravity.
Exactly. Gravity. Gravity pulls it down at a rate of like, what, 9.8 meters per second?
It's like the man keeping us down. Gravity's
exactly.
the man.
Clearly. So yeah, we're going to demonstrate that today with some fun, you know.
We're always having fun here at the DMC Power Hour.
DMC Power Hour, right here, right now. Well, you want to kick it to David now and have him do a nice little demonstration?
Sure, why not? Dave, what do you got for us?
Hi, I'm David Butler, and no, I am not a terrorist. But I am here to show you about projectile motion. And the best way to show you is with guns and ammunition. So here, let's do an experiment real quick. When I shoot, I will shoot this way, and we will see that the bullet does not travel on through those trees on forever, that it hits the ground. And it hits the ground because of gravity. When the bullet is flying through the air, gravity keeps pressing down, and it just slowly goes down until it hits the ground. Let's experiment. You see that? Please don't eat the bullet, dog.
Just retrieving it.
Projectile motion.
Thanks, Dave, for that great experiment. As you can see...
Yeah. Hi. You don't need to know my name. I'd like to report a potential Italian suspect in the Meatball Bandit murders. Ryan Boshart. He also goes by the name of Giovanni. Yeah, I'm afraid for my life right now. But,
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, as I was saying, in that demonstration David did, the dart comes flying out of the barrel of the gun at a velocity of, what would you say, about 10? 10 something or another?
Sounds good to
We'll
me.
just say 10. So it's flying at 10. And if there was no gravity, it would just keep going.
And going, like the Energizer Bunny.
It would just keep going out there in outer space. Kind of like a balloon. Anyway, so it's going. But because gravity's pulling it down, it goes for a second, and then gravity pulls it down to 9.8 meters per second. So then it drops. And then it goes another second. Pulls it down again. So that's where we get the curve of the dart, as you can see in this diagram. So, isn't that just awesome, Clark?
It's physics. Hey. Alright. So now, we're going to show you a little bit more about projectile motion. What we going to do, Matt?
We're going to do something with projectile motion.
So you just stick around and find out, America.
Hi, I'm David Butler, and we're going to punt a football now. It's pretty windy, so I'm going to kick it this way to show you projectile motion. Now when I kick it, the ball's not going to just keep going straight up. Gravity's going to bring it back down. It's going to reach a maximum height and then come down. So let's do this. physics.
Thanks, Dave. And you know what? Breaking news, the Meatball Bandit has been apprehended.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's a great day to be an American. Ryan Giovanni Boshart was run down by our very own David Butler, who is not just a physics enthusiast, also in his spare time he doubles as a private investigator.
Wow, he looks pretty amazing right there in that picture. Wow,
yeah.
That's great.
God, I just Star Spangled Banner. I love it. All right.
That's great, man. That's great. Well, I think that about wraps it up for the DMC Power Hour.
Yeah, but it's been a solid
Well, you
hour.
just want to recap on what all we had to go through today?
Well, first of all, we had the whole Meatball Bandit scare, we had the leprechaun sighting, and then we learned a lot about projectile motion
Guaranteed.
and how gravity affects on objects
Yeah.
in the air.
Well, I think it's been a good day, Clark. What do you say?
Outstanding.
I'm Matt Holby.
I'm Clark Adams. You stay classy, Turner Ashby.